The Verde Valley Fumaroles, aka the Cottonwood Basin Fumaroles, are located in the Cottonwood Basin watershed of the Verde Valley, just east of Camp Verde. The fumaroles are distinct and interesting geologic formations that are rare and visually attractive. They have developed from physical and chemical weathering of volcanic fumaroles that formed within the Tell Creek tuffs. Fumaroles are cracks or vents in the surface through which steam and volcanic gases escape from below. But because there is no underlying volcanic activity in this case, these fumaroles are called rootless fumaroles. They resemble teepees or cones with holes or caverns in the sides formed by weathering. The prevailing theory is that these tent rocks formed as fossil fumaroles or vents at the time of volcanic ash flows that covered the Cottonwood Basin area. These ash flows were pumice-rich pyroclastic flows that occurred during explosive volcanic eruptions. Basically a flow of hot volcanic pumice up to fist size and finer grained material. These sheet flows extended over many miles from the volcanic eruptive center, which was the Hackberry volcano. The Tell Creek tuffs occurred near the top of the series of volcanic eruptions associated with Hackberry volcano and date to between 7.8 and 6 million years ago. They are sandwiched between layers of the sedimentary Verde Formation, sandstones, and clastic materials. The Verde Formation is sediment deposited in ancient Lake Verde, which occupied this basin from about 9 million years ago to about 2.5 million years ago. Lake Verde was in constant state of flux, and it appears the Tell Creek tuffs were deposited when the water level was relatively low, and this area was basically a mudflat. You may also note there are at least 2 layers of tuff exposed here. Apparently, there were 7 such pyroclastic flows in all. During the deposition of the very hot ash flow, more than 425 degrees centigrade, water within the existing sediment was driven up through fractures or vents into the tuff where it flashed to steam. Because the water was oversaturated with calcium carbonate, it deposited calcite into the tuff. We can see evidence of these fossil fumaroles as pipes along the sides of the tents, teepees, or coming up through lower levels of the tuff in the valley. the tent rocks have been in their present form for a very long time, probably a couple of million years. It is hypothesized that the erosion of the Verde Formation sediment began about 2 to 3 million years ago, which exposed the Tallow Creek tuffs and started the process of weathering and erosion to form the cones. Other similar types of tent rocks are found in the Cache Causeway Tent Rocks National Monument in north central New Mexico.